Hey everyone, Shea Bear 1000 here, and over there on the couch,
Monkey.
she's waving. So today we've got this box. We're gonna see what's in it.
No.
Huh?
No.
What, you already lifted up?
Yeah.
She was peeking.
No, I didn't peek. I'm gonna peek. It's a mop.
Why was you lifting it up? Alright guys,
Get it out.
let's open this up and let's see what's in it. Okay guys, so let's open this up. I still haven't changed my blade yet. And the other side's worse, so that's alright. Alright. Oops, I forgot to turn this light on again. Jesus. Is that better? Alright. Let's open this up here. Ooh, I bought some wrap in case we need to send stuff out.
Oh, good. I need some.
Do you?
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Well,
That's for Monkey. Got some giant bubble wrap here. There it is, Mama. Yeah. Hey, she likes steam engine stuff, guys. Don't you, Mom?
yeah.
Her favorite one is the steamroller, the Mamod steamroller up there. In 1963. This there we go. Little tiny steam engine.
What number is that one?
What number is it? This is not a Walesko. It's either Marklin or Marx. I can't really tell. It just says MAR on it. I'm not sure what year it is. It's had some repairs done to the boiler. It does have a pop-off valve in it, or safety release valve, which, there we go, it is free now. It doesn't have the the burner thing, so I'm gonna have to try to find a burner for it, but we are going to fire this up. It's a little crusty, so I think what we'll do is we're going to, wow, that's plastic. I'm going to take this off of here. Here, I'll put this back on and show you again. Let me get you down here. Show you what we're going to do here. Okay. We're going to take the piston out. There's the piston. This is your rod. This is your crank, flywheel. It's well used. Don't have the stack, but I don't care because this was a bidding item. I was bidding on it. And this was a fun bid because 5 days ago, starting bid was $19.99. So I bid 20 bucks. And then, let me see, what was it? 4 days ago, someone bid $29.81.
Huh.
So I thought, let's play a game. So I put a bid in at $30.81, but I waited, and you can watch them count down.
Yeah.
And when it got down to, what the hell was that? Down to 30 seconds, I hit place bid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I got it for $30.81.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew he didn't have time to rebid.
Right.
So I was like, let's play, this is fun. So let's get some oil out. Well, let's take this off first here. What I'm doing is taking this little nut off of here. Whoa. This little nut. But they've got it advertised as Marx, and I couldn't find any on Marx. I couldn't find any that really looked like this on Mark Lynn. So let's take this off. Yeah, so I'm going to get some steel wool or something. Focus. There we go. And I'm going to clean this up here. And I'm going to clean the inside there. Piston doesn't look bad, but I'm going to, it feels a little sticky, so I'm going to clean that up. And I'll clean this off here, it's a little sticky. So that's what we're going to do next. Let me get some vinegar. Yeah, this is, it's a tiny, tiny one. Someone capped that off. Tank's actually supposed to be round, but it's kind of flat. It's got a dent in it. But that's okay as long as it holds water and will hold pressure. We'll be okay. Yeah, see, that's going to need lubricated. But it's not the worst shaped one we've had. But I think we can get it to run. We'll get it cleaned up and freed up, and let's give it a shot. See if we can get it started. Okay guys, so first thing, we're going to take our cylinder. That's our cylinder there. We're just going to soak it for a couple minutes in the this over out of the way. This is just vinegar. White vinegar is all it is. This stuff right here. And yeah, okay, I gotta change my battery again. So, and I'm gonna just set this in there, and I'm gonna move this over here aside. I'm gonna change your battery. We're going to kind of clean this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this right here. Dip a Q-tip into some vinegar, and I'm gonna rub this on here. Monkey's cracking me up. Alright, now I'm going to take this, just a little corner of it, dip it into the vinegar. I'm going to clean this. And it's hard to see because of that rail. See that, Monk? She's looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to clean this off. Just going to rub it back and forth. You want this kind of clean and free of any, because that's where your steam comes in and your exhaust goes out. Okay. Nice and clean here. If you can, use the SOS pads without the soap. Let me see if I can blow that line out by this thing. And it did. Cleared it right out. And you guys didn't get to see it. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to take this. Wipe this off, and now you can see how clean it is. I got that one, the exhaust hole there. Let's blow it out. If it don't exhaust, it'll choke it out and it'll act like a closed throttle. A little bit more. Okay, so that's got it. Alright, now I got some WD-40 here. That's Monkey, she picked me up a couple cans of WD-40 because I go through them really fast. And she come home with this. Now, for reference, here's a Coke can. And she brought me one, by the way. She said, well, it was a joke. I'm like, I said, where'd you get it, Timu? I'm just going to put some of this. This is just, you know, real light oil, and then we'll put the thicker stuff on. Let's not get worried about it. And we'll kind of wipe this down a little bit. See the difference already? And once we get the thicker oil on it, it'll be a lot better. Yeah, I don't know if MAR is for Marx, but there's also a Marklin. So we're just going to wipe it down. I kind of mainly wanted to see that. It says MAR, and I can't remember. I thought that was Marx. Just MAR. There's other printing, but I can't. It's stamped, but I can't read it. I'm guessing this is probably from late 50s, early 60s. Just by the way, like this hasn't like been, you know, perfectly turned and everything, and they changed from the holes or into spokes. Okay, that was smooth, especially when it hit my finger. This would be a good candidate for a restoration. Monkey don't like me to restore them, do you, Monk?
No.
Well, I haven't restored any because Monkey don't like. I don't either. I like to get these out, and especially if I show someone, hey, check this out. No, this thing don't run, does it? Watch this. Yeah, look how smooth that is now. Well, it's not. I mean, you know, it was a cheap one back in the day, but now you can see it. You know, it spins a good, what, 10-12 seconds. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my. This is from Bruno's Medicine. I'm just going to take just a little bit of this because I don't know what kind of water they ran in it. I'm going to put that in there. Now we're going to, this is our safety valve. It is adjustable. Just to tighten the spring, and it makes it harder to open, which gives it more pressure. I'm just going to put a little drop of oil here just in case, and then I'm going to open it. Put a little drop of oil there. There we go. Alright, now okay, now I gotta get my drill. Well, first let's clean the piston up on it. I'm just going to take this. Usually I chuck these up and chuck them up in the drill and spin them, but I don't think that'll be straight. I don't know. Let me go get my drill and we'll find out. Because if I can, that would be nice. Okay, I got it on here, but I want to run it real slow because it's not straight, but I want to hold it straight. And that's pretty much all it took. You can see how shiny that is now. Now, I'm going to take this and a piece of this. I'm going to wrap this around my Q-tip. I'm going to put this in here like this. And I'm going to put this. Oops. Put my Q-tip in the drill. And clean it out. You're not going to be able to see in there, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Now we're going to take this and then we're going to clean this flat edge up on this and the little bolt thing. Alright, let's do our check. We're going to put our piston in, then we're going to cover this hole up like this, and we're going to pull it. We should hear it pop. Cover it with my finger. Okay, now these didn't have a lot of compression, but again, this engine is worn. It does have a slight bend there. But let's listen for the pop up here by the mic. There we go. See, if you don't have your finger over the hole, it does hardly anything. But if you put your finger over the hole, if it's got decent compression, you'll hear that. Right, Monk?
Yep.
I'm going to let that soak for another minute. This for another minute. Then I'm going to put some water on, get it to boil. We're going to use this. This is out of a Walesko. It doesn't fit great, but I think, because this doesn't hold hardly any water, I think it'll be enough to get what we need to get done. I'm going to put some stuff in there, but I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Hey guys, I got this all cleaned out. Let's take just a little bit of our steam engine oil. It's very thick. You can use 90 weight gear lube for a car, straight 90 weight. You can use barn chain oil is a good one, because this stuff is usually $30 an ounce. That's an ounce. I got this for 15. Then we're going to put that in there and spin it around a little bit. Now we're going to put a little bit on here on the flat part. I'm going to put this in here. Now we're going to take our little spring and our little nut. I'm going to put this back on here. Get it started. Now I'm going to put, because this is a thicker oil, I'm going to put this on here. Shoot. Very nice. Now let me tighten this up a little bit more. It don't have to be super tight, but it's got to hold the pressure in. Of course, this small of a boiler doesn't hold a lot of pressure. But I think it is going to run. A little bit more oil here. Put it right on top, and then it will run down. Okay, now let me get some water on the boil. And I don't know if this will show up, but if you guys look down in the bottom, that all that stuff came out of that cylinder and off that piston. All that white stuff you see. So, again, I always check these and recheck them. Safety valve, pressure safety valve. Not much to these little engines. There's no speed control or nothing. So what I see is missing is the burner and the stack, which I didn't really care. Now it was a matter of principle. Now I'm just playing with the guy, and I won. So, okay. Again, let me get some water on the boil. There's another one I'm watching, a cheap one. I'm watching. I want to see if I can do the same thing. I don't really want it, but it's cheap. It's auction. It's like starting out at 40 bucks, but it's in damn good shape. Alright guys, and get some water on. So this is out of Wilesco D something or other up there. Let's light this up. It's lit. I'm going to put it inside of here. It shouldn't take that long, because like I said, it's not a very big boiler, and this is boiling water. I'll put 4 of these in. Man, those sight glasses really spoil you where you can see the water going in. Oh, look, a bubble. Oh, you guys see that bubble? Now, usually if I tighten this down, I should be able to see this engine move when I push this down. And it is moving, so that's a good sign. So that's not a guarantee it'll run, but it's a guarantee that it is taking pressure from the tank into here, so that means the line is not clogged. Let's put another one in for safe measure. Let's do another one. I don't want to run them dry because I don't want to hurt those tanks. That's a brass tank. Alright, I found this in the box. It doesn't go to this thing, but shaped like a little piece of bread. Alright, oh, I'm getting that smell. Love it. Now if that boiler don't leak, we'll be okay. I do see some water down that hole dripping. It might be from where it went down in here. It's coming from this, I think, and running down in. I don't know, but we'll see. Fire's still going. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Now I'm going to set you guys up down here. Set you up, down. I'm going to move you guys down here so you can see it when we go to start it. Okay guys, I gave this a little turn by hand here and just, you can see the condensation coming out of there. That's a good sign. When I push it back a little bit, it wants to, it's still a little, see it's wanting to go. Still a little crusty, but I think it's because that rod might be bent, or you know, doesn't matter. This is moving up here too, which it shouldn't. It should be, which I was gonna, I think there's, is that a screw? Yeah, there's a screw. I could probably tighten up on that, but let's see if it's going to run. It's going to run, Monk?
Yeah.
Monkey's got her own steam engine, don't you, Monk?
Yeah.
I see some water coming out of the safety valve up there, but it's coming around the gasket, but let's try it. Ooh. Alright, let's let it build up some more pressure. That's really hot. So there's a little straight screw down there. I meant to tighten that, but I forgot. A little bit of leakage here, so it is building up steam. Tighten this nut up. Should brought my pliers out. Let me grab my pliers. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, shoot. Miss. May have to put more stuff in that. This is what I'm using. Sterno fire starter. You buy it at Walmart. Well, more places than Walmart, but that's where we got that at. So let's, yeah, burns out pretty quick. Boiler could be leaking too. Seems like there's a lot of water here, which is not a big deal if it's leaking. We'll throw some solder on it. I'll bring you back as soon as it heats up again. Shouldn't take that long. Okay guys, I did see a leak. I do see a leak down inside there. It's coming out here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off here and we'll let it cool down first. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'll dump the water out. I'm going to flip it over. Gotta go get my soldering iron. I had this out to try to help heat it up, but it was just losing pressure. I know it's got a hole up here, but let me go over and drain the water out of it. Okay guys, so I am really confident now that there's a leak because there was no water in it and it wasn't running. So we're going to how's that hook onto the firehouse? First we're going to have to unsolder this up here. Let me get you up here, point it down. I'm going to unsolder this up here because I don't like doing it down here. It's too easy to plug that hole. So, well, let's try this. Maybe this will work. If not, I'll go get my soldering gun. Which I may have to do anyway to solder it back on. Oh, I did tighten that screw up too. Get it up out of there. In fact, let me take a screw out. Where's my screwdriver? Hope there's not a nut on the end of it, but I'm sure there probably is. I don't want to hit that button. No. Fine. Yeah, I heard the nut fall off. So. Not a big deal, just kind of a pain. Alright, now start this back up again. I probably could have just took that off and didn't even have to mess with this, because now it'll all come off. Jeez. That's what I should have did. Put some more gas in my torch. Oh geez, you guys can't see anything, can you? Oh shoot. That looks like you would think it would pull out. And it's not. It's bending. Let's take the box off of here. Jeez. Sorry guys. Take the firebox off. Yeah, I didn't even have to do that, but now I gotta solder it back together. So I seen a leak. Where was it coming from? Back here. Probably right there. Now how does this come off of here? So the leak was back in here. Are those screws? Wouldn't think, no, I don't know what the hell. I think it's just soldered on there. I'm not sure how that comes off of there. Well, let's take the chimney box off. Alright guys, let me get this off here. Okay guys, I got it off. There's little tabs. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. This is where our leak was coming from. And they just go down in to these tabs here. There's two on the back. There and there, there and there. Okay, so let me go clean this up, and I'm going to put some water in it. There we go, we got her out now. That was down in there a good ways too. I don't like that. I like them just to barely go in a smidgen. See, because that's like, with that small of a tank, that, as you can see where that was, that's almost halfway down. That's, you know, blowing too much water that way. Alright guys, let me go clean this up and see where that leak's coming from. See, this one's tight and this one is moving, so I'm guessing that's a leak. Is that a screw? I don't know. Let me clean this up. Okay guys, tank's not looking good. Seeing black spots there? There's one. I can't point and hold the, but like there's one. Yeah, see that black spot? That's a hole, couple small holes there. So I'm going to clean this up with some sandpaper, and I'm just going to fill that up with solder. Remember guys, this is not a damn air compressor or something like that. This thing, you know, barely holds any pressure at all. So, and I put the light, shined the light in there, and I can see it coming out this hole. So, let's see if I can get whatever that is in there. It's probably solder. Get it out of there. But I'm just gonna clean this up. Probably use my wire wheel. I got a brass wire wheel over here. I'll clean it up with that. Very gently. And if there's any more holes getting ready to come through, this will show it. See? All these are holes. Oh yeah, I can see this tank's bad. And where would you ever find this tank at? I could probably use JB weld on it. Well, I don't know how temperature resistant that JB weld is. Yeah, it's clear up in there. Alright, let me see what I can do with this. I'll get my soldering iron out here and try to solder this up. Go clear around there, but see, solder I know will melt right at a certain temperature, and there's going to be fire right on top, right underneath it. Now, but as long as you keep water in here, you will be, you know, it shouldn't melt. So hang on, guys. Okay, guys, got it back together. Yeah, that tank's shot. I'll probably have to find another tank that'll work for it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be original. Though this is original tank, I could probably repair that tank with some brass and patch the bottom of it up, make it come up here and hook on up here. But I'm not going to do all that. Might just look for another tank. But it's all back together. I got that soldered back in. I put some solder around here. I don't know if it's still going to leak there or not, but I'm not real concerned about it. I got some water getting ready to boil. So as soon as I get the water to boil, I'll bring you back. Let's put some water in this thing. When I had it off, I should have counted how many of these things it would have took, but let's see if this thing, let's see if we can get this to move by putting this down in here like this. There we go. Yeah, that whole underneath was bad. And it's weird because that's brass, but someone probably left water in it that wasn't the right water. You don't have to use that special water, as long as when you're done you clean this out, or you know, you make sure all the water's out of it. You'll be alright. So let's put this guy on here. Shoot, I probably should have, that don't even have a gasket on it. Probably should have see if I could find a gasket, but I think it'll do what we need it to do for now. Let's get, that's hot water we put in there. You probably saw the steam. That's weird. Why won't that stuff light? Huh. That's strange. There it is. That took a while. So yeah, hopefully this will give us what we need now. I didn't see any more leaks. Oh, and there was also a leak up here on top, kind of on the side, on the other side there. There was a leak. Well, it's kind of on the bottom, but right below that seam. But anyway, hopefully it'll go this time. Let's let it get heated up. And see what happens. I was going to do this in another video, but I thought, will it run? Well, I'm thinking the engine will, but you know, the thing of it is will, you know, I mean,
the tank's leaking. It's kind of like saying a car, doing a will it run video on a car and saying no, it won't run because the fuel tank's leaking. Wouldn't have been fair. Make sure we still got fire going in here. No. No way, we still got a leak in there somewhere. What the heck? It's putting that out. That's what's going on. Where's it leaking from now? I don't see it dripping, but there's water in the bottom of that. Not sure where it's coming from. I don't know. Pouring down rain outside. See if this will light it. Oh, come on. Doesn't make sense at all. Give it a little mix. There it is. Alright, let's let it heat up. Okay guys, so I threw together a boiler real quick and just a crude, I just built one real quick because this one was just, it was just too bad. So really thin. So that's brass, this is copper. Soldered it together, put my ends on there, or my line and that thing, my safety valve. And it runs. I put the gas burner on there because it's got to get real hot, because that's, you know, that's a lot thicker. That's like double the thickness of the original one. So it is running. It's a runner. It runs. I knew the engine would run, but I wasn't sure about that boiler. Once I seen that first leak, I was like, oh no. And if I would put a gasket up there, it would hold more pressure up at the safety valve. That thing's only running on probably, if I had to guess, 12, maybe not even 15 PSI. So, alright, I'm going to check the water. Oh, hang on. Starting to speed up, but I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I'm going to relieve the pressure, and I'm going to check the water, make sure I got enough water in it. I could probably just stick a bolt in this thing. Alright, let me get some more water in there. Let me boil up some more water. Okay guys, fill it back up with water. Let's see what happens here. There it is. It's a runner, guys. And my battery's going dead again. Okay, so there it is. I think what I'll do is I'll go online sometime if I think about it, and I'll just get a like a man mod or whatever I can find a regular boiler for it. That's working. It is leaking there a little bit, so it's losing a little pressure there. But as you can see, it does run. If I can tighten this up some more, maybe it'll run better. But it's hot. There it goes. Cool. Tighten it up a little bit more. Can't get it, it's too hot. Likes to run loose, doesn't it? Alright, hang on, my battery's going dead. Okay guys, so there it is. Good running little engine. I mean, for, you know, it was a cheaper model in its day. Alright, I'm gonna shut it down. I just turned the gas off. Once that fire goes out, then this will slow down. Alright, let me see what I can find out about this thing. Okay guys, the only thing I'm coming up close to is the Marx Linemar, which I think that's what that stamp is. 50s and 60s is when this particular one come out, but they mostly made trains, like electric trains, steam engine trains, and actual steam engine trains. So let's fire it up one more time. I'm going to say Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, the Legend. Gone for now. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. We'll see you guys in the next one. And I just let all the steam out. Oh, it's fine. Mess the engine because it just exhausts right there, so the water just runs down everywhere. But my homemade boiler's not leaking anywhere. That's good. And there it is. Thanks for watching, guys. I just shut the fire off, so thanks for joining me.